In for the Night is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night. And I got to say it because Ty was drinking some coffee.
I sure was.
Look at you.
And it's delicious.
You're welcome. Wait, was that the stuff I made earlier today?
You always make the coffee because you're up bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, because I have to go work out.
Well, because you're a hardcore person.
Yeah, that's what you have to be.
No, you don't have to be.
Hi, I'm Katie.
You can be a lazy bum like me.
I'm good, thanks.
I'm good, thanks. Hi, I'm Lur.
I like how we're just going to start calling you Lur.
Lur. I mean, it's easier to say than
We should make a
Tyler.
shirt, like a black
Lur.
one, simple one, says, hi, I'm Lur.
A simple one?
Yeah, just black and white and like white letters.
I was like, what do you mean a simple one?
Just a simple shirt.
I didn't hear shirt. I just heard simple one. And then I heard black.
I said I should make a shirt, a simple one.
I didn't. You don't understand what I'm saying.
You're trying to get racist and I'm not.
I didn't hear shirt.
I am precious, damn it.
I just heard black one and simple.
Epitome of you.
I'm more complex than that. Don't give me that.
I gave you a cookie for doing something good today.
And it was good. It was the best cookie I've ever had.
How was your week?
This is my work week, so it's fun and exciting. And I got in trouble with attendance at work. That was fun.
You were legitimately sick.
No, well, that's one point. But then I had another point because I was tardy 2 times by a minute, and the other one was 5 minutes.
What did you learn from this?
Be tardy every day.
Exactly.
Just all the tardiness. What? That's how you like get promotions at work. No.
No.
Oh.
I'm sitting here politely waiting for you to ask me how my week has been.
I'm not done with my week.
Oh,
Can I
never
continue my week?
I guess so.
I mean, I guess I'm done now since I'm forcefully.
What else did you have to
stop.
say?
A lot of things, but I don't want to say them now because I'm just getting rudely booted off the mic.
All the people are clamoring for you to tell us the rest.
I don't know what clamoring means.
They're like, ah!
Why can't you just do it like that instead of saying these big words like
I'm
clamoring?
Word of the day, people, is clamoring.
What's the definition of it?
To
Webster's.
clamor.
That's your new name now, Webster's.
Oh my God, I just heard a story about...
Well, how was your week? See, doesn't feel good now, does it? Oh, that's great.
It's great.
Is that? That was awesome.
So far, so good. Just work is work. Travel sucks. Just trying to fix everybody's problems. People are being demanding or very...
Demanding.
I don't know. Like, I deserve the moon and back and not... She was warming my foot.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
I just poked her in the eye.
So Lala is laying on the floor and my toes were cold, so I put them under her body and she's very hot, and so she liked it.
Fifi's pretty warm too.
And Fifi was smelling her butt and Lala didn't like it and she almost got up. Anyway, work is work. Not a lot is happening, but I did read an article about the Somerton Man. Remember, I told you about the Somerton Man, right?
Doesn't ring a bell.
In Australia in like 1948, a man was discovered on Adelaide's Somerton Beach, and there was no way to identify him. And so it's been a mystery since 1948. There's like some speculations either he was like a Russian spy or a ballerina.
Alien.
I think that was one of the theories, but or he was like a ballerino. There's just a bunch of different theories. And so there was an article that came out that they done some genetic testing and they think they figured out who it was. And that brought up the fact because his name was Charles Webster. And you said you should call me Webster. So I connected the dots.
Who the hell's Charles Webster?
He was an engineer in Adelaide. And he has disappeared off the face of the earth in April. Like the last time anybody heard from him was like April 1947. And then this man shows up in December of 1948. So he must have been like And then the wife was trying to divorce him because of desertion.
Because he disappeared.
Yeah. So she's like sitting around waiting for him to come back after like leaving for a pack of cigarettes or something.
He was making something he probably shouldn't have, and someone didn't like it.
Ruh-roh. Anyway, so read that article. Just look up Somerton Man, and it'll definitely pull shit up. That is very, very interesting to me, and I'm very excited, and I hope it's actually true, because that I was trying to decipher the code, but it turns out the code that's with that like whole story is just like horses he used to bet on. The first letter of the horse is like, because you know how they have stupid like long names, like Crackerjack or Santa's Santa's little helper or something. Like horses' names are really ridiculous sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so instead of like writing Santa's little helper, put S.
I mean, it makes it shorter. What code were you trying to crack, though?
I'll show it to you after. It's just
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a list of letters that were put together, and people were trying to decipher it. But I think it was just horses that he bet on.
I bet he got really entertained by watching all these people try to decipher a code, and he's just laughing like
he's just like looking at him. He's like
it's
fuckers,
just horses' names. Bet he had a good tickle in his grave. Little tickle.
That bothers me.
Why? Little leg slapper in his leg. He's just over there like slapping his leg.
You're like old.
Why am I old?
Tickled and leg slapper. Right?
Leg slapper. You got to bring back the old school stuff sometimes. It's not about the new age stuff.
What is the
new age stuff is stupid.
That's going to be one of my topics coming up is current slang. And see, I'm going to test you on it to see if you know what it means.
I'm not going to know shit.
You're black. You should know what it means.
Doesn't mean anything. I don't know a damn thing. I might know like one or two, but that's probably about it.
We can split it in half. I won't read over them, and I'll just copy and paste, and I'll like put it, and you can have half, and I can have half, and we can guess together.
Okay. I mean, we did this the other day in the car, and I did not know any of them. So.
You do like a couple. Anyway.
Lies.
I hope y'all are having a great week so far. It is Sunday for you because this comes out every Sunday. Just to let y'all know, I do have 2 new episodes of Ugly Sunday on Patreon. There you go.
There you go. Oh, don't you know?
You sounded Jamaican.
I throw a little twist in there, you know?
No, I'm saying.
Sound Wisconsin.
It's not Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin. There's no W-I-N.
Wisconsin. Inner.
What is wrong with you?
Everything. I need help.
Can
you help me?
I can't, but I can ditch you in some place that can.
That's fine. As long as I get free meals.
Barely. I don't know why she does that. Anyway, if you can hear Fifi scratching or Arrow chewing on something, take a shot. Let's start off this day amazing. And then she circles 27 times.
That was so cute. All
right.
A video of that.
Do you remember the movie you watched?
I think it was The Mask. No, it was Pulp Fiction. No,
I've never seen that.
It was neither have I. It was Avatar.
That's long. No.
Damn it. No. Does it start with an M?
Yes.
There's an N and a Y.
Yes.
Is there an S in there?
Yes.
I would like to solve the puzzle.
Yes.
Misery.
I had to think, is there an S in there?
You're like, yes.
You didn't even buy any of the vowels.
I didn't need to.
Do you have to buy a Y or is that a consonant? Because it's sometimes a vowel.
I don't know. I haven't seen that show in so long.
All right, so we watched Misery. Let's bring it back. I hope you guys are ready for a roller coaster.
Why?
Did you not see the...
I didn't watch Misery, no. I was playing on my phone the whole time.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us the honors?
I might mess it up today.
It's okay.
I'm running on my own non-sleepy self.
Yeah, because you played video games too long.
I like video games, and I had to get my base in order so I don't get attacked. So, whatever. All right, so we have Misery. Came out in 1990.
Wow. What the
Gotta
fuck?
change it up sometimes. It's a horror / thriller, and it's an hour and 47 minutos. On IMDb, we got a 7.8.
No, babe. It's called IMDb.
IMDb 7.8 out of 10. On Rotten Potatoes, we have a 90%.
It's better than The Mask. Mask got
Seriously?
86.
Fucking seriously? I'm going to throw your phone against the wall.
Just being honest, I didn't do it.
On 4 out of 5 on Common Sense, whatever the hell that means. And then 88% Google users like this. So, on to the synopsis.
Penis peni.
After a serious car crash, novelist Paul Sheldon, James Caan, is rescued by former nurse Annie Wilkes. Kathy Bates. Go, Kathy!
Love you some Kathy.
Who claims to be his biggest fan. Annie brings him to her remote cabin to recover, where her obsession takes a dark turn when she discovers Sheldon is killing off her favorite character from his novels. Misery. For those of you who have seen it. For those of you who haven't seen it, spoiler alert, Misery.
That's the title of the movie, but also the name.
Character in the book. The main character. Apparently in a love triangle, too. As Sheldon devises plans for escape, Annie grows increasingly controlling, even violent, as she forces the author to shape his writing to suit her twisted fantasies. I mean...
She's a little...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Release date was November 30th, 1990. Director was Rob Reiner. I think that's how you say that. Mm-hmm. Starring James Caan, Kathy
James
Bates.
Cain. It's
I
two
like
A's.
Can. It is, but I like Can. Can. You gotta just say the A a little bit longer. Francis
That's not right.
Sternhagen, Richard Farnsworth, and Lauren Bacall. And it got some awards. Academy Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role. I'm assuming that's for Kathy Bates.
You dirty birdie.
Jeez, James is old. Let me just look. And, he passed away this year, actually.
Oh, no.
Holy crap. Like, super recent. July 6th.
That was like a little bit, like more than a month and a half ago.
Oh. I thought we were in July still. Okay, but yeah, I did not know he passed away already.
That's really sad. This is for you, James.
Born March 26, 1940 in the Bronx.
Yo.
And then died July 6, 2022 in Los Angeles, California.
It's 2022 or 23.
We're not in 23 right now.
I fucking don't know. I don't pay attention.
22, babe. But yeah.
The struggle is real. Awesome.
How old was 1946 to... Oh, he was like 80 something? Almost 80?
2000. I'm not doing math. 1940.
Well,
82.
82, yeah.
Aw. Well, rest in peace, sir.
Rest in peace, Kane.
James
Kane.
You don't want to say
definitely
Kane.
a classic, my man. It was good. What is it? Good viewing. There we go.
Good viewing.
Good viewing. Said a good show, good movie, good viewing.
Aww.
I know. I just want to switch things up a little bit.
Maybe like have binoculars and just say good viewing. Instead of good game and hitting your ass.
Exactly.
Just hit him in the face.
While they have binoculars on, I think that would hurt a lot.
I don't know. Sorry, we're looking at the volume and it's not as high as normal and I'm not sure what to do. So if it's a little light, low, that's a word. If it's a little low, we apologize. We'll try to make sure it's not doing anything. I'm not sure why it's being weird. Maybe if I push this button. Hello. No, that made it worse. Hello. Okay. Well, anyway, we apologize. I'll try to fix it when I do editing. Or lack thereof, because I really don't cut shit out. Mm-hmm. So you guys get the uncut version.
Yeah, the original version.
Yeah, original. All right, so let's start off this movie. So in Misery, we start off with Paul Sheldon in a cabin, typing away at his tippy-tappy typey typewriter.
Tippy-tap typey writer? I like that.
Tippy-tap writer. I want a typewriter. I used to have one. My mom used to have one. My grandma used to have one of those really old ones where they're like the separate thingies, like how you type.
How your face types.
That's just rude.
Not everybody can type with 8 fingers on the keyboard, babe.
10.
No, you don't use your thumbs too?
Yeah, I use my thumbs for space bar.
Yeah, you use your thumbs for the space bar, so that means technically it's 9. 9.
I like how you look at your fingers to double check to make sure there was 9 there.
I had to make sure. You know?
Wow.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
You're rude.
Be nice.
All right, so he finishes up his book, and he has his Dom Perignon champagne.
Dom Perignon.
How did Annie Wilkes pronounce it?
I don't remember how she said Dom Perry.
I pronounced the G somewhere. Dom Perignon.
Don Pergur.
Sure.
Perigou.
I don't know.
I think that was it.
Sure.
I don't know. She said it very weird though. He was like, yeah.
So there was like a movie, I think it was Bride Wars, where the girl was like, I want this Pinot Grigott.
Pinot Grigott. Jesus.
I love it. I know I don't pronounce shit right, but it's just, I love it when people pronounce things
no
wrong.
No offense to the blondes out there, but was she blonde?
Plead the fifth.
Of course.
No, it's just kidding. No, but I just love it when people pronounce things wrong. It's just like, that's what readers are. If you read something and you pronounce something wrong, you've never heard it in real life. So that means you read it. You didn't hear it. So that means you actually did something like out of the ordinary. So I don't think that's like a bad thing. So
or maybe they're just being difficult and they want to say, know the right way to say it, but they're like, I'm going to make up my own word. Don Perigott or something.
I'm just going to let you continue. But
Sauvignon Blanco.
I'm just...
No, sorry.
Any more wines that you want to mispronounce?
Cabernet.
Chardonnay.
See, it's actually pretty easy.
I can't think of any more. Pinot Noir.
Pinot Negro. Oh, that's going to get someone sued.
Red Blend.
Oh, I was like, what is that?
Red Blend.
Well, I know that.
Anyway, so Mr. Paul Sheldon finishes his book and he is off to the races to meet his editor. But what happens? Oh no, a blizzard.
Oh no, I keep driving in it. Oh no, I lose control. Oh no, I go over the hill and crash and flip over.
That was really great. I dropped my pen.
You keep dropping your pen. How about you just set it down for a bit? Give the pen a break. No. It's had its fill of being dropped.
You can't see it. It's gone.
I can perfectly see it. It's in between your hands.
Anyway, so he is in a car accident and Miss Annie comes to save him. Rescue his ass.
Yeah, she did rescue his ass.
She did, and she carried him.
Yeah, that was pretty hardcore. For y'all that did see it.
Like she sandbagged him.
She picked this mofo up and put him on her back, full weight, off from the ground. Like she is a beast.
Not like, I don't know how tall he is, but he seems like maybe almost 6 foot, possibly.
I don't think so, but maybe.
Where's my phone? Let me see. He was up. Let's see how tall this gent was.
You sure it says it?
Usually.
You usually have to look up the height. They don't say the height. They just have like birthday.
5'9".
Oh, you were close.
Wow. What was his weight?
Well, it's going to be like
159 pounds. He was not that heavy.
Yeah, but I think in the movie he might have been a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, and he was younger.
I think that's at the death weight, I think.
It's the death weight?
Death weight.
I want to know my death weight, God.
No, because you're not dead.
Anyway, so she literally throws him over her shoulders and carries him to safety.
In the snow, in the blizzard, like up a hill. She's pretty hardcore. Like, I wouldn't want to mess with that lady in that movie.
Unfortunately, he had no choice.
That's why she murdered so many people in the movie. Babies. Oh, we'll get to that. Sorry. Skipping ahead by a lot.
So, I guess like a couple days go by. Like, he falls asleep and he wakes up. And
yeah, she said it was like 2 days.
I'm your number one fan over and over again. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, if you ever hear someone say they're your number one fan, turn the opposite direction and run.
Babe, I'm your number one fan.
I'm out. Well, I know that's a lie because I'm not your number one. I was going to say you're not my number one fan. I'm not your number one fan.
Aw.
You hate me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway. So she wakes up and she's giving him these pills and he's legit broken.
From the waist down.
Yeah.
But not his like pee-pee area, like actually his legs this time.
His legs were all beat up and crooked and gross.
Especially his feet. They look... The
He
damage.
had like compound fractures in both tibias. Tibias?
Yeah,
Tibula.
tibias.
Fibia.
Tibia. Why do you keep saying the same thing? It's tibia.
Tibia and fibula.
There you go. Are you just trying to mispronounce things like we're just talking about 5 minutes ago?
I get them mixed up. I know that's radius and the ulna.
Are you blonde at heart?
Yes.
I can tell.
Anyway, so he wakes up and she's there and she's just so over the moon that Paul Sheldon has graced her with his presence.
I mean, technically she did it, but
yeah, but we'll get into that. It's kind of creepy. He's getting at it. Anyway, so then she's just taking care of him and he's just laying there for a while. This strong fucking woman. And so after a while, the agent calls the sheriff and she's like, it might be weird to ask this, but it's like, he hasn't called his daughter and he usually comes here, like he calls right after he finishes, blah, blah, blah. And the sheriff is like, no, nothing weird's come up, blah, 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 but I'll check around. This sheriff is legit the best police officer in existence.
Normally, like in most movies you see, I don't know about real life, but most movies you see, if like someone gets a call to a sheriff's office or police station or whatever, and they're like, yeah, someone's missing, we haven't heard from them, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, well, they'll turn up. Or, oh, it takes like 24 hours or 48 hours for a missing persons or, blah, blah, blah. Like, but no, this sheriff actually went out and started doing his due diligence and like calling people, looking around, trying to find the car. And like he actually put in some work. And he's like 100 years old.
He is not 100. He was maybe like 75.
Okay, 105.
With his wife, Virginia. And she was trying to get frisky in the truck.
She was trying to get frisky. And he's like, you are not my wife in this vehicle. You are my deputy.
Just like, fuck.
If it was you and I would have pulled over real quick. Oh,
we wouldn't be police officers.
Why?
I am not entrusting my life with you. You'll get like, ooh, babe, this ice cream, and then wander away, and then I get jumped.
I would not do that. Now, if it was, what is those? Not fun. Yeah, funnel cakes. Then
there's a funnel cake stand across the way, and you're like, babe, I'll be back. And I'm like, there's a bunch of scary people coming my way.
Might get shot or jumped, and I'll come back, and then like it would be like that scene in Deadpool where he's like changing in the phone booth. And there's this like guy across in the hallway in the alley getting jumped. He's like, I'll be there in just a second. He's like trying to put on his what is it, superhero costume, and by the time he gets there, the guy's dead.
Isn't that Kick-Ass?
No, that's Deadpool. It's like at the end credits.
Oh,
I think Deadpool 2. Yeah, Deadpool 2 end credits.
Well, I guess we just have to watch.
Oh yeah, it was like a guy coming back with like groceries because he had like apples and oranges all over the ground and shit. And he like leans on the guy, and I think he starts eating an apple. He's like, "Sorry, man, I didn't get here in time."
Then we go back to Annie and Paul Sheldon, and Annie's shaving his face and taking good care of him. And then all of a sudden, Paul Sheldon starts to feel his pain again, and she says, "Boy, it's like clockwork, your pain."
What's wrong with that?
I'm just thinking that I don't know.
Oh, it was kind of like, well, whatever pills she was giving him, I don't think it was actually pain medicine.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it was actually.
That's why he stopped taking it.
But he just stopped taking it, so he probably. I think the medicine she was giving him was supposed to knock him out, and so he would sleep most of the day, and then so that's why he took the medicine. When he escaped the room for a little bit, he took the medicine and
try to
hoard it,
yeah.
And then he tried to put it in wine. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, so Paul Sheldon wrote a new type of book, not misery novels that he's famous for, and so he had it in his little briefcase that Annie sees, and he says she can read it. But do you remember what the problem was with the reading?
Yeah, too much cussing.
Too much cussing. Cock-a-doodie.
Cock-a-doodie ka! I like when she would get angry, they'll put the camera right at her face.
And she's just screaming.
And she's screaming at the top of her lungs. She's going to have a heart attack. I mean, obviously she didn't because she's...
F this birdseed.
He's like, what did he say that they were? Like, he grew up as...
Slums.
Yeah, slum dog or slum something. And they all cuss, but... Even though she didn't take that as them all, she took it as everybody. All human beings.
And so she got really upset.
Real pissed off.
Real upset. And so then she apologizes and she's like, "Oh, I just love you so much." And she kind of confesses her love for the first time at this moment, which is creepy. And Paul Sheldon's just crazy.
He's like, this psycho animal.
All right, so then Annie goes and buys his new book, Misery Book, his last Misery Book. And
she is not happy after page 300.
Yeah, but why?
Give me A, B, or C choices.
Do you not remember?
I do remember, but I'm trying to make it a game show.
And behind door number 1, there was swearing. Behind door number 2, there was sex. Behind door number 3, misery dies.
It's A! Just kidding. It's C.
I like how you used numbers and you said C.
Oh. You didn't use A, B, C?
No.
Oh, okay. C.
Great. That is correct, sir.
Okay, great.
That's correct, Lur. 20 points. Misery dies in his new book, and she is a little upset.
A little? A little? This chick comes in the middle of the night with the glow of the moon right on her face, and she has the most evil... Yes, that look right there. The most evilest look on her face.
And she slams his, side table against the wall behind him when he's about to slam it on his fucking face.
He's like, Annie, no. He was I don't know. Well, I guess he's just a writer. He's not a fighter. So, but he was a pansy.
Kind of a little bit, but you have to remember he had a dislocated shoulder and broken legs.
He's a pansy.
I mean, kind of, but not really, because when she goes to the store once, he escapes because he finds a bobby pin on the floor.
Well, he finally started to do something instead of being a baby back biznitch.
You're a baby back biznitch. I'm sorry, he's kind of incapacitated.
All right, then fine. Take Paul Sheldon's side. See if I care.
You apparently do.
You want me to act like Annie Wilkes in this joint?
Cock-a-doodie.
Cock-a-doodie attitude.
Hey, well, I think that's a new T-shirt. I like it when she calls him a dirty birdie too.
Dirty, you've been a little dirty birdie.
The dirty birdies out there.
Jesus, dirty birdie. That could be another T-shirt.
Oh,
dirty birdie.
All just based on misery.
That could be naughty though. Dirty Birdie.
I think it could go both
It
ways.
can go. Oh, you go both ways, babe?
I said it could
I
go
would watch
both
that.
ways.
Well, what happened? You didn't say that?
I struggle with you
I
sometimes.
know. It's so much fun.
I'm going to be on Snapped, people. Episode 5,320.
You called it. You called it. That's going to be the episode, 100%.
When you get closer, you'll be like, shit.
Fuck, we're only one episode away.
When's it going to happen? It's already happened.
It's like, imagine it's like it's like one episode away. You know, I don't know what movie that was, but it's like they kind of see the future, and like even though they see it, they still do things that make it happen.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe you weren't gonna do it, but when it gets that close, I get fucking freaked out. And I'm like, I want a divorce, and that's what puts you over the edge, and you're like, bam.
But if you just didn't divorce me,
I didn't, then it'll be fine.
It's called sliding doors.
Are you referring to like sex now?
Not everything's about sex. Come on, dude, you're inching closer and closer. It's actually now 4,970.
Oh, damn it, that came up quick.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So Paul slips out of bed and he's locked in, and then after she leaves and comes back a few times, and I'm not the timeline is just kind of very, she's crazy, she's taking care of him, so he's still getting food, he's still.
Surprised she didn't poison the food.
I know.
I was like,
but she loves him so much.
I was like waiting for that to happen.
She was trying to force Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, or Munchausen syndrome.
No, Munchausen by proxy is where you make somebody sick to to get attention. She's not getting attention from anybody else. She wants him to stay. So he wants it Stockholm syndrome. She wants it Stockholm syndrome.
Oh. I'm surprised. Oh, that's why she kept hitting his legs and.
Oh, we'll get into it. So she wants to give him a surprise after she freaks out, and then obviously Paul starts hiding his pills. Annie's definitely bipolar, I think, because she'll be like,
she's for sure bipolar.
She definitely needs to talk to somebody and be on some equalizing pills, just a little bit. Maybe she should be taking those pills that she was giving. What's his fucking face?
So she did have a shit ton of pills in her like little pantry medicine closet.
Oh. Then, I forgot to mention this. So after she reads it, she leaves, and then she comes. Oh no, that's after. Oh yeah, she leaves and comes back, and she's like spilling lighter fluid on him, and yeah.
Well, no, she leaves and come back because she's trying to get him to burn his new book.
Yeah.
And she put it in a barbecue pit. She's like, you got to do the right thing. And he didn't want to do it. So she started how does it? Like nonchalantly.
Like tossing
fucking lighter fluid on it. That's like kind of creepy and scary. She's just like talking. Just like
yeah.
Like she's not paying attention.
She doesn't have to think about it. It's a task.
Jesus, that was scary.
Lala doing. And so then after she leaves and comes back again, she's all happy again. And now she has a big surprise for him. She gets him a face shaver.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
well, maybe I should just burn my book every single time. Or burn the misery novels to get presents like this or something. Yeah,
and so she just started laughing. She's like, oh,
he's like, oh, you're just, what is, no, damn it, she said, I can't remember what she said.
And then it actually turns out she was making a workspace for him. So she got him a typewriter. She got him paper.
But she got him the expensive smudge paper.
And
she didn't like that either.
She just stood there and she's like, I just did all this shit for you. And you want me to go back to the fucking store?
He should have just been like, all right, I'll type on it and then just fucking smudge the shit out of it.
Sorry.
Like, I tried to tell you, you didn't want to listen to me. You got all cocky-doodie angry.
Mm-hmm.
Cocky-doodie.
And so she doesn't feel appreciated and she leaves and she's upset. And so she buys him new paper. This is when he escapes and tries to
and knocks over the fucking
penguin
and turns it around the wrong way. Come on, man.
Come on, no real room.
Usually people that have things like that in their house, what is it? Fucking...
They have it positioned in a certain way.
Yeah, but what do you call those things? That's not decoration.
Knickknacks?
Sure, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Porcelain?
But knickknack, Like porcelain things, but there's like another name for it. Anyway, knickknacks. If they usually have no, if they usually have them sitting somewhere, they have it in a particular like direction, so they remember that. Like they know how they put it. It's like photographed in their mind. So when he put it the wrong way, she obviously was going to catch that eventually.
And she did.
And she did.
And so he picks up a phone, but it's not real. And then he goes to the kitchen and tries to escape the back way, but his wheelchair can't fit. And so he tries to climb.
But she has it locked.
It's locked as well, and he couldn't get out. And then all of a sudden she comes back. And so he like has to bust his ass.
I'm surprised he didn't knock anything over when he's like hauling ass around his house in a wheelchair. He knocked over someone who was going extremely slow looking around. That's kind of crazy too. I would have been knocking fucking everything over. I'm like, oh crap, oh crap.
It's like disaster area.
It's just fucking shit
and she'll be like, what
everywhere.
happened? I think somebody broke in.
I had to go poop.
Oh my God, how did he poop?
That's what I was wondering the whole time.
Because he was like going pee and she was standing
They only
there.
showed him one time when he peed. Other than that, like,
And
how
then
did he go poopies?
around, like,
yeah, and he's just like looking like, oh crap.
it's gonna get all over me. And so he starts to write. Oh no, she said she leaves him to start writing. Wait, he's sweating and she's like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so then the next day comes around and she goes into his room and she's like, you can think of me as your inspiration. Psycho.
What?
Yeah. And this is about the time when the sheriff finds his car that's turned over. And so now he's just like, okay, so now we found his car. We obviously understand what happened, but where is he now? Because he's not in the car and animals.
He was pried out.
And so one of the other cops or sheriffs or state troopers or whatever, they are claiming it's like an animal abduction kind of situation.
We're like, yeah, if he crawled out of his car, then that means like he either is frozen in the snow or an animal got to him first. Like they're not even attempting to like try to find a body. Like, oh, we'll look for it after the first thawing or some crap, second thawing.
Yeah, we'll find his body later. And I'm like,
yeah, this freaking famous person, like, we'll find his body later.
it'll preserve just fine.
It'll be all right.
There might be some gnaw marks.
You know, it's cold out here. He's probably cryoed. It'll be fine.
We'll just heat him up and we'll restart his heart just really easy.
Freaking sheriff.
So do you know what he wrote first when he put the piece of paper in?
Fuck. Of course I do.
That was pretty funny.
He was just like...
Anyway, so then he starts writing and Annie's periodically reading each chapter and she's over the moon.
No, she doesn't like it at first.
Well, the first one, she didn't like it, but then the like second or third one.
I think when he
can
finally
do
started
better.
to like tap in. I mean, I give the Duke some credit. Like
he wrote under pressure.
The fact that he was in this lady's house, like being abused, in pain, uncomfortable, not his normal setting, just all the negatives, and he was still able to write something that she would enjoy. Maybe he like learned her and he kind of knew like what she would like.
But the thing is, she loves the misery books right now, so he doesn't really have to do anything different. He just needs to connect it.
He just needed to bring
misery back. And that's why she didn't like it, because she like went on this whole story rant. She's like, well, you know, Misery died in a grave the
or something
chapter
like that.
theater.
Yeah.
And so like they go up and Rocket Man
how-
fell off the cliff, but then when she
they
came back, it's like the Rocket Man jumped out of the car at the last minute. But that's not what happened. That's not how it went.
Yeah, and she got all angry again. Yeah, so that's why she didn't like the first one. She's like, Misery died, or Misery was in a grave. Start from there. And she like slams the door. He's like,
but that's kind of really true though. Like,
she's not wrong, but
could she have delivered it in a different way?
Of course, she could have done a lot of things in a different way.
Not kidnap him in the first place.
And not say cock-a-doodie.
You know, if she actually rescued him and like brought him to a hospital and all that jazz, he probably would have been like, "You're my best friend now." He would have been like,
yeah,
really
they
cool
probably would have gotten married. But she's
really
fucking psycho.
Don't think that. But so this is also about the time that the chief or sheriff. I could not spell sheriff yesterday for the life of me.
I still can't spell sheriff.
He went and bought all the misery books to try to find maybe like there's a clue or something about where he could possibly be.
And he did get a clue.
He did. And so then Paul Sheldon finishes his new book now, and Annie's just aflutter.
She is over the moon, over the stars, over the sun.
Misery's alive. And so Paul has this great idea to ask her to have dinner with him. Now, of course, she's going to do all the work, but he gets to eat dinner with her.
I mean, he can't walk around, so.
True.
I mean, give the man a break.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha.
And so this is when he was like, oh, we need candles. And so she goes and tries to find candles. And then he pours like the pills that he...
Her sleepy pills, I would say.
Her sleepy pills into the drink. But then like she gets back and knocks the fucking thing over. And we kind of had a debate. I don't know. I think she's just like nervous and excited and she accidentally knocks it over. And you think she planned it.
I think she planned it. Because the way she kind of like brushed it off, like, oh, let me pour into the glass.
Because she was like nervous and she didn't want to like freak out because she was having a good time with it.
I'm pretty sure she's pretty smart.
Get Stephen King on the fucking phone right now.
All right, call him up.
Oh, we would be your friend. I love you.
Love you, Stephen, Mr. King.
XOXOSK.
Gossip Girl.
Or SK. Anyway, so then Paul starts typing a lot, blah, blah, blah. Then one day Annie shows up and she is blue. She's very depressed. And she has a gun, and now Paul's scared.
Thinking about killing herself or him. She's like, I love you, Paul, and I know you don't love me back. And I thought I only loved the writer part of you, but now I love all of you.
Oh, good reenactment.
I know, right? Thanks. I watched it.
I did too. And so then this is where Annie goes and tries to find bullets. So she leaves the house for a while. And so Paul leaves again. And then he finds all these newspaper clippings of Annie's past.
Of who she's murdered.
Shit ton of people.
A lot of people. Including I think she murdered more babies.
Yeah, she definitely murdered more newborns.
Human beings.
But there was like, fuck.
And she murdered her husband.
Oh, most of the murders were like pushed off the cliff.
Fallen to their deaths.
Falling to their deaths. And she was labeled the Dragon Lady.
Dragon Lady, yes,
she
indeed.
Killed babies.
She did kill babies. She killed quite a few babies.
Bye.
And
so Annie comes back and she has this lovely idea. Do you know what the idea is?
She comes back and she has a lovely idea that
to keep him around.
To kill him. Oh, no, this is when she finds out that he's been roaming the house.
Yeah, but also to keep him around. She's like talking to him and she's like, I know you've been out, but we can't have you doing that. And you can't leave.
Breaks his poor little ankles.
Remember what it's called?
Hobbling.
Hobbling, people. That is another word of the day. Hobbling.
Back in the day when the miners would try to, steal something? Mm-hmm. And so they couldn't get away, but they could still work. They would break their ankles. So
and that's how they did it.
Put a board for y'all who haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, then why are you even listening? I mean, we're glad you are, but you should watch Misery. It's a really, really good one. But anyway,
not suitable for children.
In order to keep the miners from leaving, they would sit them down, lay them down. They would put a block in between both their ankles, or like a little bit above their ankles, and they'll take a freaking sledgehammer and just whack both sides and like break it over the. Oh my God, that's so rough.
My ankles work.
Jeez, okay. Louise, that's rough. Like after the dude was like, and he's already probably still hasn't even healed from his ankles being fucked up in the first place, and now she's breaking them again. Gee, I couldn't imagine the pain. I could not imagine the pain.
I just, my body hurts thinking about it.
I could not watch that again. I watched it the first time because I was like, what the fuck is about to happen? Oh, she picks up a sledgehammer. Oh, my God.
I remember it. I was, cringing, and I'm like, ew, ew, ew.
I cannot watch that ever
and again. It actually shows her doing it. Ah!
Oh, my ankles are broken. Oh.
Lala. do you want to do hobbling? She comes over. She's like,
yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever
Sounds
that
like a
is.
blast.
I'm down.
Alrighty. So we're getting to the end here. And so the sheriff reads something in the misery books. I forgot. It's something about, it was like a quote, be like, there's no justice here. There's only one justice that can judge me or something.
Judge's judgment by man or something.
Yeah, something like that. And so the sheriff read that, and then he saw a newspaper clipping of Annie having the same comment. And that's when the sheriff has an idea to go to her house. And yeah.
Because like the sheriff obviously knows that Paul Sheldon is somewhere around because he was taken out of the car. He hasn't shown up dead anywhere. So someone around had him. And he's like, well, and I guess she kind of gave it away by being the #1 fan by quoting one of his books. Mm-hmm. And also he went by the store too and talked to the store clerk. And he was like, oh, well, Annie wants me to always reserve a book for her when they first come out. And he was like, she's also been buying, paper. And he's like, paper? And he's like, yeah, the typing kind. That's what he said? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the typing kind. And he's like, oh, that's not weird at all. And he darts out of there.
And then he just...
So he was like, yep. So you put 2 and 2 together. Bam.
And I like how the sheriff's wife is like casually like suggesting that he's cheating on her. And
talking to someone. He's like, oh, he's probably out cheating on me again.
On like finding something else. And then I like how the sheriff responds, I'm too tired for that.
No, he's like, I'm flattered that you think I have that much energy to do that.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Oh. Anyway, so sheriff is on the case, and he goes to Annie's place, and Annie speedily gets rid of Paul by putting him downstairs, and he
injecting him with the sleep needle first.
Yeah, and then she literally, again, throws him over her shoulders. She goes down the stairs with this.
And slowly puts him down.
Gently. We have to add that extra
cock-a-doodie gently.
Exactly. And so when the sheriff comes, he was like walking around and he's taking a look and she's like, yeah, no worries. And she has like a hidden place. So the sheriff didn't really notice it. And, she was like, yeah, I'm put here to replace Paul Sheldon. That's why I bought this new typewriter and this paper. And
I mean, it was a pretty good story for a psycho.
I mean, she thought about it. That was a solid, okay.
She's like, it was a message from God.
So she's slightly crazy and everybody's aware of it.
Slightly?
I'm not sure if everybody has seen like 0 to 60. So.
Oh, well, obviously no one has, because if they have, she wouldn't be. It would be like the Salem witch trial. She wouldn't be in that town.
Pitchforks,
torches, and a cross.
And so, so I'm pretty sure everybody just thinks she's kind of weird or slightly crazy, and so that's like a normal story. So she kind of leaned into that, which is true. And then so she makes hot cocoa, and then she gets disappointed that he didn't drink his fucking hot cocoa, and then he decides to leave. And then
until Paul Sheldon drops that same barbecue pit. Oh, it's the same barbecue pit that he burned his paper.
Yeah.
In. I'm just now putting that together.
Oh, good job.
Thanks, babe.
He knocks it over, and the sheriff comes in. He's like, Annie, and then he realizes,
I'm down here. Help, save me.
And the sheriff realizes there is a hidden door under the stairs, which you should obviously realize.
Not under the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs go up, and the door's here that goes down to go to the basement.
Oh, yeah.
And so then he goes in there, and then that's when Annie shoots him through the center.
With a shotgun.
Like a shot fucking gun.
Like
left a big softball-sized hole through it.
3 feet of him. So, yeah, he ain't coming back from that.
I feel bad. I loved him. His wife is going to be so sad.
I like how they never even showed the wife again. They didn't even say anything about that. They just, left that out.
Now she's probably upset.
Well, now she's probably really thinking that he's cheating because he hadn't shown back up.
She's going to file for divorce because
she's probably already got someone else anyway.
She's sassy.
She's probably with the store clerk.
Keep it spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff gets shot. And so what she's like, and then it gets into an epic battle between Paul and Annie. Paul wins.
she was going to kill him then, but he said that he needs to finish the book. So that was his saving grace.
That is very true.
And then they go into the room, and they're having, because he does finish the book. So he's like, hey, we need that Dom Perignon and the cigarette, but 2 glasses.
And so she gets really excited, and she leaves.
Comes
and then
back, and that's when
he's
he
about to light the last.
Threatens to burn the book. Well, he does burn it, actually. And then she takes a fucking typewriter to the head. She should have been dead, but guess what? Not Annie Wilkes.
No, so she pops up like a fucking daisy. And
pops up like a daisy. I like it. That should be another shirt.
pops up like a daisy.
There's so many shirts from this movie.
This is a good movie.
It is.
And then he slams her with her pig trophy thing. And then that's when she then slammed her head on something else.
She hit the typewriter.
Oh, she hit the typewriter.
He trips her by picking up his own leg
and swiping her,
and hitting her with it. She falls, hits her head on the typewriter. I thought that was it. And she comes back alive again, starts attacking him, and he hits her in the head with a freaking elephant statue.
No,
thing.
it's her pig statue. Remember, it's of her pig misery.
Oh, it's a pig statue. Oh, okay. Elephant, pig, same thing.
That is definitely not.
Yeah, just one slightly bigger than the other.
By a couple tons.
By a couple what? Tons.
Tons of fun.
Tons of fun. And then now she's finally out.
And so then
she put up a hardcore fight.
The crazies take a while.
And even then, Paul Sheldon is like a baby back business.
I mean, he survived, so he grew up.
Barely.
And so then he writes another story about his situation, I forgot what the new book is about, but it's apparently a New York seller.
But he said he wrote for him this time, not what the people wanted or something.
And so he's getting awards and stuff, and then his editor's like, hey, do you want to write a nonfiction? And he's like, no, why would I want to relive tragedy? And then he sees Annie walking down with a cart with desserts, but it's actually not Annie, it's just his another
number one fan.
Run, bro.
Who's probably more psycho than Annie Wilkes was.
All right, so that is Misery, people. If you haven't watched it, take a moment and find it and watch it. It took us a minute. It is on Shudder.
Yeah, it's on Shudder for free if you do the subscription.
You can do the free trial,
7-day trial
and then just cancel it later. But I'm keeping that shit because that is awesome.
Yeah,
it rates it by skulls.
Find it on anything else. Apparently, it was you had to buy it for $14.99.
Even on Vudu, and that made me sad.
I mean, I wouldn't mind buying it. It's a good movie. I mean, would I keep watching it over and over? But maybe one day I'd be like, nah, I kind of feel like Misery. But
it's touchy. Yeah. It's a heartwarming story.
It's a leg breaker movie.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
All right, what's your score, sir?
Take a guess.
20.
Yes.
I give it a 10. This one's a good one.
I just like all of our movies besides your UFF or UHF.
I don't know why you didn't like that.
It's a terrible movie.
You're a terrible movie.
And what was the other one? There was some other one you came up with.
Goonies, you didn't like.
Goonies wasn't bad. I didn't mind the Goonies. I think I gave it a 8 or a 7 or something. Goonies wasn't bad, but UHF, no, I could never. That's on a level of Napoleon Dynamite.
I know you hate it. I get it. Okay, so let's move on to topic of the day.
UHF sucks.
You suck. Topic of the day.
Did I write it down somewhere?
I told you it right before.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. Can you
just
say it for me? Oh, it is on the sheet?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was on the sheet or not.
Welcome to my world, people.
Oh, yeah. I didn't circle it. That's why. If you could trade lives with someone, who would it be? And WHY ? That spells Y. Why? Why?
Okay, you get to go first because I have to think.
I'm gonna choke you. You have to think.
I have to think.
Seriously? I knew mine as soon as I even.
I know, and I guessed it instantaneously.
Oh, can we have 3?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know who the other 2 are, but.
All right, so you say yours first. I'll have mine.
All right, so I'm pretty sure mostly everybody's on the same page as me on this one. But y'all take a guess. I give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. You guessed it. Fuck, I forgot his name.
Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos. I would 100% wish I could trade lives with that guy. Because he is either was or still is. No, I can't remember if it's... Because I saw this thing the other day that some 20-something-year-old kid ended up being the richest person in the world for like 15 minutes because he basically... I think he made some company or crypto thing and priced it at $25 or $50 or something like that, but did like a shit ton of shares of it and ended up making him like, I think 50 billion or something.
Damn.
Like within minutes. It was something crazy. I saw it on like Instagram thing. So he was technically the richest man in the world for however long. I don't know if he still is or not, but so and it had a picture of the space guy, whatever his freaking name. I can't think of his name. The Tesla guy.
Tesla. No,
not Tesla. Crap. Everybody's like probably screaming his name. I can't think of his name, but they had the picture of him, not Jeff Bezos. So I don't know who the richest man in the world is as of right now. But anyway, I would definitely take Jeff Bezos stocks. I would replace him. I mean, not replace. I would trade with him because having all that billions of dollars would be pretty phenomenal. I've never had that much money before, so that'd be great. That's my number one person.
I can't think of her name, but somebody on Shark Tank, there's like a lady who started from nothing.
Oh, I think I know. The
she's
blonde
like
one?
Yeah, the blonde, not the short blonde one, but the tall, skinny blonde one. Oh, come on, Katie, think about it. I'm gonna not Lori, it's the other one.
The one that's kind of mean?
Kind of.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But I really admire her because Barbara Corcoran.
Let me see a picture.
I want to be Barbara because she started from nothing.
Oh, no, that's not who I was thinking of.
She did hard work and she got into real estate and she's very, very smart with her money. And it's not like Jeff Bezos who just had one really good thing.
He had multiple really good things.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyway,
I mean, he bought the stocks in Amazon, which that blew up. He was also ended up being he was like or he was already working for Amazon, I think. So he was ended up being like the CFO or something. So he got money from that. And I'm pretty sure he bought he's mainly just a stock guru and he just hit it home and that, which a lot of millionaires that's happened to. They play stocks and they fucking hit the people that bought Tesla and the people that bought Facebook and the people. I remember that one time I think I was working at Papado, and it was coming on the news is there's going to be an uproar in rich people because of Facebook, that everybody that had a lot of stocks in that and they're about to sell it, they would have been millionaires overnight. So there were people already going out buying houses and cars and blah 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 blah. So a lot of people just become rich off of stocks, which is why I want to try to get into it.
You are technically. But I'm going to be her because I like her style. And then instead of just keeping her money, she invests it to make even more money.
See?
That's smart.
Investing in stocks is the way to go.
She's
and
smart.
Real estate.
She's smart.
Smart. Let's see. So, who else? I mean, I would probably, because I really like this person, so I would probably say I would trade places with Will Smith.
I knew you were going to do somebody like that.
Or Jim Carrey, but
I was going to say Jim Carrey too.
Yeah, but either one, because they're both actors. They're both really good. I like all their movies, and I mean they still have money, but it's more of the acting part of it that I would trade with them too. And plus, they're both funny. So
definitely, I would say probably Margot Robbie.
There you go. Yeah.
She's very fit and very good at acting. She's talented.
Margot Robbie is the shit for sure. I'm trying to
think of other people who are more philanthropyists. Make the world a better place.
I mean, damn it, what is his name? Son of a biscuit. Freaking Tesla guy. I cannot believe I can't.
Nikola.
Cannot believe I can't remember. No, that's Tesla. No, I'm talking about the one who actually kind of started making like the vehicles and everything for it.
Mark.
Did
John.
I even spell Tesla right?
Tesla. It's funny that we can barely spell today. Lala's looking chunky. We need to put you on a better diet.
Tesla billionaire Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Jeez Louise, that was freaking took forever. I mean, he
I have
I guess he's been changing the world in a way. Like did he make like a single rocket like to the moon, or is he in the process of building that to where like it's basically
where
like
billionaires can drive on it, ride on it?
No. He apparently is making it to where like it's fairly inexpensive for anyone to like buy a ticket to go to space. Basically, he's not making it like super expensive. I just don't know if that's like still going or if they finished it or what. But
I am very bad. I'm just really terrible with names. But there's one girl. She was really young. She was 15, and I forgot exactly what she did, but she's like one of the faces that's supposed to change the world in the future when she grows up. And I like the people who are making a difference. Money's great and everything, and I wish I had more of it so I didn't have to stress out so much. But I would want to make a difference. If I had to change lives with somebody, I would want to be with somebody who would like make a difference rather than just for fame and fortune. So I was going to say Angelina Jolie because she is a huge philanthropist. Mm-hmm. And she like adopted 27 children. So like from around the world and she frequently goes to Ethiopia and helps feed the children and brings like huge care packages. I like that in people. So if I really had to change lives with someone, I would definitely go that route.
Okay, there was someone that oh, you know what? I would say Keanu Reeves then, because he does that too.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
And he's very low-key, and I like low-key famous people.
And he's like just super nice. He cares for his fans, and he does like...
And I like when he takes pictures with ladies, he doesn't touch them, and his hand's like a foot back from them.
Oh, I didn't know he did that too.
Yeah, he did that. He does that. You'll look on any pictures he takes with group pictures with ladies or any lady at all. And if he just like...
Because he ain't trying to get sued.
Because that shit happens.
It was like this one MMA fighter. It was, I don't know if it was here, if it was like overseas, but this guy, he like won a fight and like the little ring girl, they're like trying to get her to take a picture with him. So he like grabs her and like pulls her over there with him and is like holding her. And apparently like, I think that same chick filed a lawsuit against him for sexual harassment. So, like, the next time he wins a fight, the ring girl is coming up to him trying to, like, get a picture with him. He was, like, running from her. He's like, no. And he would run around the camera guy, run over here. He's like, fuck no.
So, when you said ring girl, my mind instantly went to Samara.
Samara?
From the movie The Ring.
Oh, The Ring. No.
And I'm just thinking this like big wrestling guy like pulling the creepy bitch over.
I'm pretty sure no one would want to pull her. No, it's the MMA ring.
I got it now. Are
you sure? Want me to break it down for you?
It was a better visual when it was
the ring girl with the long hair that's covering her face.
All right, folks, that is our episode.
Jeff Bezos, trade me places, bro.
Just for one day.
Just for one day. But I get to keep $1 million.
All we want.
Just $1 million. That is it.
After taxes.
That is like that. You wipe your ass with $1 million, my man. You could like literally take that money and wipe your ass and put it in the toilet and flush it. And you wouldn't even like. I would collect it too. I would fucking wipe that shit off with my tongue.
That's awesome.
All right, maybe not that much. I would use a damp
gloves.
Gloves with some type of cleaning agent, but I would definitely clean that money off and use it.
Great.
And it'll probably smell like shit still. Jeff Bezos shit.
Just put it in the bank. You don't have to smell it.
Yeah, it's true. Real quick too.
Alrighty, people. That is our episode. We hope you enjoyed it. I think this was a really good episode because Misery was a great movie. But guess what?
What?
What's our next episode? Behind door number 1.
We are qualified?
We are not.
Oh,
qualified.
I forgot. We got to put the not in there so we don't get
All right,
sued.
Tyler. Question of the day for $1 million. Is the next episode we are qualified or we are not qualified?
Ooh. I know this one. Can I get a choice?
I just gave you 2.
Oh. Okay. Number 1. We're qualified.
We are not qualified.
So I don't win $1 million?
Nope. You get a puppy.
You get 3 puppies. Actually, I'll take that over $1 million any day.
You better fucking not.
I would.
Anyway,
Sneeze.
so we're not qualified. Make sure to write in. You know what to do. Go to inforthenight69@gmail.com or what's our website?
Fuck if I know.
Inforthenightpodcast.com. Come on.
I can barely remember what my topic is. You want me to remember an email address?
Inforthenight69. It's our podcast with your favorite number at gmail.com.
That's the first one. You said the second one was...
Inforthenightpodcast.com.
Yeah, exactly. That's complicated.
You're complicated.
I am.
Anyway, so make sure you write in. That can be questions. It can be advice requests. It can be stories, connections to what we talked about. Anything to your little heart's desire. Make sure to do that.
What?
To write in.
Oh, I thought you said, babe, make sure you do that.
I said just make sure to do that.
Oh, I heard babe. Sorry.
Because you're playing with the dogs and not paying attention.
Well, she jumped on my lap.
Fifi's here as well. She says hi, and she's getting her face licked.
She is by Lala Beans.
Make sure to check out our website, and if you are really loving the show, go to our Patreon page, and you can become a donor. Yeah, give us some money, and we will feed our dogs treats. They are getting fat, though. Hopefully it stops raining.
Just Lala, not the other two.
She's a little chunkers.
She is little chunkers.
So that is our episode. We hope you liked it. We're not qualified next time. Yeah. I hope we gave you a reason to stay in for the night.
Peace out.